The most important thing to make sure you keep on top of when you're out riding your bike is your hydration. Now, water will do a perfectly adequate job of this for you, but it was only later on in my career that I realised exactly the job that electrolytes do.
Yeah, so in this case, an electrolyte is basically a salt. So the ones you need the most of are sodium, magnesium and potassium. And the job that they do is to actually help the water that you're drinking to be absorbed and then retained by your body. Because you see, the problem is when we exercise, we get hot and therefore we sweat in order to keep cool. Some of us more than others. And when we sweat, we lose water, but we also excrete salt at the same time. So if you then just try and replace the lost sweat with only water, you're actually diluting the very delicate salt balance in your body. So your body then ends up actually excreting more water, so you become more dehydrated. So essentially, drinking electrolytes will help you stay hydrated much more effectively.
Yeah, and that's a really good thing, as anybody who's ever had a hangover will tell you feeling dehydrated is not a good feeling at all. Oh, and also, a very simple electrolyte tablet like this might sound stupid, but I'm being serious, will add some flavour to your water. So if you are somebody that generally finds they get bored with just drinking water, simply plopping one of those in will probably mean that you're going to drink more than you would do otherwise.
So how much should you actually drink? Well, recent research tells us that you should drink when you are thirsty, which is nice and easy. The only thing that you need to do is to actually pay attention to the signs that your body is telling you, which can be a little bit harder. Roughly though, depending on the conditions that you're riding in, you should probably look to drink between 500 millilitres and 1 litre per hour.
Right, well, I don't think anyone then is going to argue about the importance of water, hopefully, but what about carbohydrates?
Yeah, well, let's leave aside restricting carb intake to try and improve your training response to endurance training. Let's talk about what you need to eat to enjoy riding and get the most out of it.
Yeah, actually, if your ride is going to be less than 90 minutes in duration, then really you don't need anything at all. That is because your body is capable of storing enough carbohydrates to fuel you through a ride of that duration, no matter how hard you're going.
Anything more than that though, you're going to need to start taking on board some carbohydrate. Not only is it going to top up your energy stores, it's actually also going to help you absorb water from your gut. You want to look for about 2 servings of carbohydrate per hour. Exactly what those servings are does depend on you. You could have a bottle of energy drink and a bar. You could have a cereal bar and an energy gel. You could have a jam sandwich and an energy gel.
Yeah, you could have any of those, but the bottles of energy drink are a really good idea, and that is because you're already going to have the bottles on your bike, so it will mean that you're not actually having to carry much extra. After all, it can be quite annoying to be out on a ride with your pockets stuffed full of food.
Yeah, now this is all a vague generalisation because exactly how much you need to eat does depend on rider to rider. It has actually no bearing on performance either, mind. You only have to look at riding the Tour de France to see the vastly different amounts that they eat whilst on the bike, and that's even compared to each other.
Yeah, the problem though is that finding out that you need to eat a little bit more only comes at the point when it's too late, when you've blown up, when you've hit the wall, when all you can think about is a huge slab of cake or a plate of chips at the top of the next climb. So we always advise to err on the side of caution.
So here's a question. What do we take with us now when we're out riding? Well, my favourite type of riding is about 2 hours really hard. And I take a bottle of energy drink and an energy gel because it's convenient. It stops me hitting the wall and I can get the most out of myself for those 2 hours.
Yeah, I on the other hand have quite a varied regime, so often I'm doing very short rides of an hour or less, in which case I don't take anything at all. But occasionally I'll do a very long ride at a weekend, at which point I'll take a good couple of bars, a couple of gels, 1 bottle of energy drink and 1 of water. So how do you go about making sure that you really enjoy every ride that you do? Well, all you've got to do is consume some electrolytes and also some carbohydrates on any ride that's over 90 minutes long. It really is as simple as that. Not rocket science at all. Or at least it doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't. Now, we mentioned earlier on about restricting carbohydrate intake for training. Well, if you click just up there, then you get straight through to a video all about that subject. And just down below it, while we've just told you about what to eat on the bike, that one is exactly what not to eat on a bike, and it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, smoothly said, Si. And in the middle here, there is a globe. And what that does, if you click on it, is allows you to subscribe to GCN for free.